I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but
I'm rolling. All right, what's going on, everybody? Pete Sands, and we are here for this week's episode of Restore the Ridge with my man Kyle Brooks. Kyle, what's up, buddy?
What's happening?
How are you doing, sir?
Awesome.
Fall has hit,
It is.
other than it being 80 degrees out right now, but the leaves are changing. The grass is going to sleep a little bit. We were actually talking a little earlier that I thought I was Mr. Conspiracy Theory on this, but you actually gave me the science behind it that I was correct. That leaves change, grass go into dormancy. It kind of doesn't all have to do with cold weather.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely several factors that come into play. Whether you've obviously been in a drought for a couple months, that could have some effect on leaves falling off early and stuff like that. But there's a lot more factors than just getting cold.
Yeah, it's almost like the trees know what time of year it is, and they know, hey, I'm going to change colors, right? I mean, that's pretty much they train themselves a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And we're starting to see a good bit of that out here in the last few days. Of course, it's really coloring up, and like I said, we had good frost last week that's really kind of slowed the Bermuda down. And
yeah, and I told you when you were coming up here, I was like, it's kind of you walk out here, it's a painting every time you come out here this time of year, and we are definitely there. So, but one of the things that we're kind of doing different this year than we've done in the previous years is throughout the winter time. I mean, there's golfing weather. So, I mean, we talk about the winter and it being slow and not much golf, but there is the ability to play some golf, and usually what happens is our tee boxes, especially the ones that we use iron off the tee with that. So your par threes here on one that we're on right now, it just gets beat up. It just gets beat up, and then because of the weather, because of the time of year it is, there's no recovery time for that grass, right? So it's kind of, we go into the spring with just some beat up tee boxes going into the spring. And so we're thinking, how do we avoid that? Like, how do we sit there and make sure that coming into spring, we're going to stand tall as quickly as possible? And so we actually decided to overseed some tees. Mm-hmm. So we walked out there and we figured, what holes are used most for irons, and what kind of is visually accepting on that. So we did all the par threes. We did here on one. We're looking to maybe do one or two more tees, depending on, kind of going forward on that. But walk us through overseed process, because it wasn't just a, snap your fingers, it was done. It was actually, you guys were out there working all week long on it, and, you and Chandler were out there throwing some seeds. So just kind of walk us through that process of overseed.
Yeah, and we're fortunate that we did have this week where the weather's warming up. I mean, this is perfect weather for seed to germinate. And we started off, going out, putting our pre-emerge around down our tees to really make sure we have, sharp defined lines, and then, drop spread the seed on the inside perimeters, and then we'll broadcast the seed on the inner parts of the tees. And then a couple times a day, mid-morning and mid-afternoon, putting some water down, starting with fertility, kind of the same we've been doing with the sprigs. And like I said, with this weather, this is perfect for germination of seed, and we should have some really good looking overseeded tees here soon.
Yeah, so if you come out in the next few weeks, you're probably going to sit there and see some very bright color little seedlings kind of popping up. That's the overseed. We're going to try to keep everybody off of them, in this time of kind of germination a little bit. And then, throughout the winter, we're going to ask everybody to play from those tees. So, we might have some blue tees where the white tees were, throughout the year and such. But all we're doing is we're protecting the tees, so we have some for the spring. So this is kind of a trial run on this, as far as being able to come back to the spring, as strong as possible. So, throughout the winter, we just ask for you guys to play on where the tee markers are. I mean, that's pretty common sense there.
Right. There might be a couple holes that are, like you said, the tee may not be your normal tee you're used to playing, but we'll have the course set up, according to that daily. So you play your normal tees. Some may be more forgiving on some holes, maybe a little bit longer on another hole, but it'll all balance out.
And the golf course changes throughout the year, right? So like in the wintertime, it's probably playing very firm and fast. So there's some opportunities to hit a drive that you wouldn't ever think that you would hit in the summertime, because it is that dormant grass, and because it is. So like I said, it's we're going to try this in the wintertime. If it works like we think it's going to work, going forward, we'll be able to have a plan to kind of like I said, stand tall in the springtime coming forward. So, and then here in the near future, we were talking about some winter and what we're going to do in the winter. We will probably have a video here in the next few weeks on a little indoor hitting facility that we're putting downstairs. So we've kind of partnered with Sunflower Golf on that, and we're really excited about us coming in and giving you guys, especially members and friends of Sunflower, the ability to keep that swing nice and lubed up, in the winter months, especially on days that are just miserable to play. I mean, it's going to get cold at some point, and we'll be able to provide you guys with some fun activities, and we'll even have a great place to do some cool content and all that. But that's coming up in the next few weeks. You'll be looking out for the video on that. But what else we got going on, Kyle? We got
we've still got a bunch of big projects going on the course. I mean, we've got November, we've got the bridges going on, going back to the bridges, still doing crepe myrtles on kind of the back nine start, the 10, 11, 12 loop. We've been doing a bunch of drainage projects, some creek beds, stuff like that. The Sunflower guys have been phenomenal helping out with that, and the energy they've brought to, really brighten this place up. It's really good to have them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to get cleaned up some, and a lot of the projects we talked about, when we first started this video series, it's getting to that time of year where we're going to start knocking them out. So like you said, the bridges is going to be a huge project for us, and then also just some more work. I mean, you guys are already doing so much around tee boxes and so much around those kind of neglected areas around the golf course that you guys are already cleaning up. We're just going to have more of that going forward. And then the crepe myrtles, I mean, we're excited about turning that stretch of 10, 11 into kind of a little signature couple holes for us. So, but if you don't already like us, make sure you like us on all of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. This is where you'll find all this stuff. And Kyle, we are 80 degrees. Grass is still trying to grow. I'm sure that puts a smile on your face. And we look forward to seeing what you got for us next week. But everybody have a great week, and come play the Ridge.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah.